What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and this morning we're going to be talking about the brand new MW3 event, how to complete all Decay's realm challenges, and how to unlock the new animated camo. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and also as a reminder, there's plenty of brand new content going up over on detonated.com for those that want additional coverage of multiplayer, Warzone, and zombies. Plus, there's plenty of tweets every single hour on Detonated's Twitter. In the background, I got a nasty nuke here on Tetanus. This is the Rust remix that is a part of the Vortex rotation, and Juggernaut is going away with tomorrow's update, which is going to be what I believe is the full reveal of Season 3. Take advantage of this mode while it's still available. You can get some free nukes while running the brand new Chainsword if you could pick it up while in game. Now, the nukes don't count on your stats, but still a ton of fun to get here inside of multiplayer. Now, it's going to be an extremely busy next 24 hours as we're expecting the full blog post and roadmap of our third season. We're going to be seeing Week 8 challenges for Modern Warfare 3, and that'll end up unlocking a blueprint and animated camo. Plus, we'll end up getting some patch notes to round out the week. So lots to look forward to and plenty that I'll be covering here on the main channel and over on detonated.com. Now, tomorrow is going to be the start of Decay's Realm. This is a Vortex Challenge event. It's only going to last around a week, so by the time Season 3 does roll around on April the 3rd, that is when this event will end up going away. Now, there will be a pinned comment down below, which is going to end up linking you guys to a Detonated article about this event. So the challenges themselves did leak out a bit early. However, the exact kills you have to get for most of the challenges did not leak out. So we'll be going through what the challenges are, but for an exact number of kills you have to get, I will of course update the article once that information is learned as of tomorrow. And as I also tell you guys, sometimes leaked challenges that do surface end up being incorrect or outdated once the full event does drop. We've seen a bunch of last minute changes with some various MW3 events, so if anything does end up being different from what you see in this video, don't worry, check out the pinned comment down below, and I'm sure the article will have updated information as soon as we learn some more details. Now, this event is going to be challenge focused, not XP focused like the last Vortex event was in Season 1, and I'm posting this video early because obviously tomorrow should be the full reveal of Season 3. I'll be pretty busy with that and the Week 8 challenges, so figured I'd get a guide out as early as I possibly could since the challenges are of course leaked out thanks to the Twitter data miners. The blog post also mentioned that you have to complete challenges in all games. It didn't say all game modes, it said all games, so I'm wondering if that means there'll even be challenges in Warzone Mobile. I highly doubt that, but if that also changes, I will keep you guys posted with the article and even a pinned comment down below. Now, there is a bundle releasing this week for those interested. If you guys don't care about cosmetics, you can skip over this timestamp, but just to round out everything we know about this Vortex event, we have the Horsemen Decay Ultra Skin Tracer Pack for 2,400 COD points. This will feature the Pestilence skin for Corso. We also have a WSP9 blueprint, a skin there for the MTZ Interceptor, as well as a calling card, weapon decal, charm, and even an emblem. I'm guessing that if this was an XP focused event, this would have given you a boost towards progression of the event, but it's again a challenge focused experience, so no bundles are required to boost your progress in the event itself. Now, via the recent Season 2 Reloaded blog post, it was mentioned that these are the following rewards for completing the event. We have the Apocalyptic Calling Card, which I believe an image does exist of. This could be the wrong image, but I'll put it on screen just in case if it is correct. We also have what is called the Valve Replacement Emblem, the Swarm Weapon Charm, the Grave Worm Weapon Sticker, a 1-hour double weapon XP token, and last but not least, the Wriggler Weapon Camo. We'll go over the animated reward later on in this video, but as you guys notice, there's about 6 different rewards here for this event. 5 of them you get by doing challenges, whereas the Wriggler Camo is what you get by completing at least 5 challenges in the event. There's 5 challenges available for each mode, multiplayer, Warzone, and zombies, so you can just pick which mode you want to do the challenges in. You could do all of them for, I guess, an XP bonus, but you only have to do 1 set of 5 to get the camo. Now, we'll get to the challenges in a second, but as a part of this challenge event, they're also releasing a brand new Vortex playlist. Now, there's 2 new maps joining the mix. We have Skid Grow, which is a variant of Skid Row, and then Airborne, a variant of Terminal. I'll put some footage on screen so you guys can see. Some gameplay did end up dropping on Twitter as of earlier this week because of the usual Twitter data miners, and the maps do look pretty cool. We get this nice overgrown post-apocalyptic type of remix for some fan favorite multiplayer maps, and what's cool is that in the new Vortex playlist, they will also be joining the original Vortex maps that we saw in Season 1, and these are also maps that got quietly added into Juggernaut. We have maps that are remixes of Scrapyard, Quarry, and even Rust. So you'll have 5 maps total in the Vortex playlist in which you can go ahead and grind some TDM, Domination, Kill Confirmed, or even Hardpoint. Sadly, the Ray Gun LTM isn't going to be returning this time around, but I think it's cool with every season we get Modern Warfare 3, we may end up seeing new maps added to the Vortex rotation. Maybe we'll end up seeing Vortex maps added to the regular map rotation at some point in the future, but wouldn't be surprised if we also start seeing some exclusive LTMs like what we got with Juggernaut or that Ray Gun mode last season that gets added exclusively on some of these Vortex maps. maps or even all maps altogether. We'll just have to wait and see how they end up updating Vortex for the remainder of this game's life cycle. But now jumping into our multiplayer focused challenges. First off, get X operator kills with the crossbow weapon or the Jack Purifier attachment equipped. At first I'm like, yeah, the crossbow's not that bad. I mean, it's a Modern Warfare 2 weapon, and most MW2 weapons aren't really viable inside of this game here, but you can get some kills from a decent range, and it's not that hard to handle. But in all honesty, you're probably better off just going into hardcore, running that Jack Purifier. You could burn through enemies pretty damn quickly, but it's honestly up to your preference. Like I mentioned earlier, we know the challenges for each mode here, but not the exact number of kills you have to get. That will be updated in the article once we do learn more information, and if these challenges are for whatever reason incorrect or get modified a bit, I will also be sure to edit the information that is pinned down below. But we then have get X operator kills shortly after sprinting with a throwing knife while using the demolition vest perk. Luckily, the demolition vest does give you 2 lethal slots, so it'll be pretty easy to just keep running and throwing knives, picking them up off that dead enemy, and rinsing and repeating. Again, if you're in a smaller map, or maybe even an objective-based mode, you're going to run into people a lot more frequently. So throwing knives are pretty fun to use here inside of Modern Warfare 3. Very self-explanatory challenge, not much has to be said with this one, but while you're going for progress with the throwing knives here, you're probably building up some kill streak progress, or score streak progress I should say, in which we got the next challenge here, get X operator kills with the Mosquito drone or the remote turret kill streaks. You don't need that much score or that many kills to get either of these streaks, so while you're using the throwing knife, you'll probably be going through tons of enemies and just knocking them out pretty quickly, in which case you'll probably get access to either of these streaks I just mentioned. And obviously if you're on a objective based mode where enemies are kind of huddled up near a domination flag or a hard point, then calling a Mosquito drone right near them will probably ensure you get as many kills as I likely did here inside of this gameplay. You can get some pretty easy double, triple, and multi-kills with the Mosquito drone if you throw it near a big group of enemies. It doesn't really go that far across the map, it kind of just hovers around where you threw it. But next, get X Hipfire operator kills with the Jack Backsaw kit aftermarket parts. This is for the Holger 5.56 assault rifle. This is probably one of the more tedious or annoying challenges here for multiplayer. Out of all the challenges we have for this event, this one may take the longest to do because, at least what you saw with my luck, you're going to end up running across people that are camping in big groups. They're going to be sitting on head glitches and not really in accessible areas where you can get to them while trying to hip fire. This is where small maps come into play, but honestly the map doesn't matter as long as you're in a decent enough lobby. But this is a pretty good aftermarket part which just came out as of a couple of weeks ago. Shouldn't be hard if you guys have easier lobbies, but for some of the tougher ones, you got to just be patient, wait for enemies to kind of come across a corner, and you can go ahead and take them out pretty damn quick with this amp here. But lastly, for multiplayer, get X operator kills with the Haymaker weapon while using the Gunner vest perk. But the Haymaker is a pretty viable shotgun here in the game. I would say run the Jack Maglift kit. It's an aftermarket part that gives you, I think, over 100 rounds with this shotgun, but with our luck, it's probably going to bug the challenge out, so just run the shotgun by itself. The Haymaker is pretty damn powerful, especially if you go onto hardcore, and has some decent range, as you guys will see. But even on core, this thing will definitely do some damage. It's one of the better shotguns available here inside of Modern Warfare 3's ecosystem. But jumping into Warzone, I'll include all of this into one timestamp since these are some pretty straightforward challenges, and if you guys just don't own Modern Warfare 3, don't worry because the challenges in Warzone aren't that hard to do. So the first one is to go to the research vessel. This is the brand new boat point of interest. It's a mobile area of the map that moves around the entire island. So you want to go over to the research vessel, and in a single match, you want to activate the UAV tower, the decontamination station, and even the horn. Now, you guys probably are aware of where these things are on the boat, but in case you aren't, decontamination station is located right downstairs in the middle area of the boat. So you'll come across this specific terminal in which you can activate the decon station. I believe it only has about 3 activations per match, and there's a bit of a cooldown on it, so wouldn't recommend using that unless the boat is kind of going into the storm. That's when it's most useful. But then when it comes to the horn, this is probably what most people are going to search this video for, because I actually wasn't even aware myself where the horn was located. It's actually outside here, just on this railing towards the back of the boat. Now, I've never interacted with it before. This is my first time doing it here. It kind of reminds me of the foghorns we used to see over in Call of the Dead, Black Ops 1 Zombies, if you guys are OG fans, but it's just a random horde sitting on the boat. There's no real use for it, but for the sake of doing this challenge, this is where it is located, as you guys will see. But while on the research vessel, there's also a challenge requiring you to open X loot caches. Pretty straightforward, just open a bunch of chests as you see them here around the map, even open the secret room, and you can get 3 different chests in there on top of that. But there's also a challenge, deploy X portable decontamination stations. This one's a bit frustrating because you can't actually buy these from a buy station. I went around to a ton of stations and didn't see the option to buy it. It's a brand new little quality of life update that got added, I think, last season, and these are in Warzone 1, and they're pretty damn freaking cool. I mean, if you're in the storm towards the end of the game, you just gotta throw these down to protect yourself in case you don't have a gas mask. These are fun, but to my understanding, you can only find them in random loot caches around the map. So this might be one of those challenges you just skip because you might not be able to find one in your match of Fortune's Keep. It's totally up to RNG, but then it wants you to go ahead and hit X enemy operators with a bunker buster kill streak. These you can buy from buy stations and they're pretty inexpensive. They only cost around 2 to 3 grand. It's not bad at all. And this is a brand new streak that allows you to call it on any building that you want. It'll send an explosion nearly into that building with gas, which will usually have enemies kind of running out like cockroaches, and that gas could really impact the player's health rather quickly if they don't have a gas mask. So you don't have to even kill an enemy operator with it, you just have to hit them with it. So pretty easy to do, especially because you can buy them as often as you want. But lastly, finish the Rogue Signal public event ranked in the top 3. This is a public event that you'll probably end up doing by mistake most of the time. It'll be a public event that pops up midway through your game. It'll usually be, you know, get X amount of kills as a squad, or buy the most items from a buy station, or spend the most cash in the lobby. So they'll be pretty team-based challenges, but most of the time, a lot of enemy teams don't end up completing the Rogue Signal challenges, so you end up getting top 3 almost by accident. And then once you finish that public event, it'll end up marking a special loot cache around the environment. You don't even have to loot that, but by placing top 3, you end up completing the challenge. Now, last but not least, we have zombies. These are really easy challenges that you guys could definitely do if you're big zombie fans. I know I've already done everything in zombies, so I'll probably end up doing everything in multiplayer or Warzone. But for those that still want to play some zombies or have other things to accomplish while doing these challenges, here's what they are. So first, get X zombie kills with the Crossbow or the Jack Purifier attachment. I'm going to go with the Crossbow on this one, unless you guys prefer a flamethrower. The Crossbow is just a little bit more fun when Pack-a-Punch especially, but you can obviously go ahead and equip this in the Gunsmith and bring it in as your insured weapon. You also have to get X zombie kills with a throwing knife while Speed Cola is active. You can literally spawn into a match with the Speed Cola can if you have it unlocked, throw knives at zombies as you see fit, or buy the perk while you're in game and then go ahead and throw knives from there. Obviously, you want to pick up the knife from the dead zombie every time you do that. But then the last challenge is get X zombie kills with sentry guns. You could of course buy those at buy stations for around 2,000 points. Keep in mind you can only buy sentry guns, I think, in buy stations in tier 2 and 3. You can't buy one in the tier 1 zone. But then get X zombie kills with SMGs and get X zombie kills with the Haymaker. So of course the main menu, you can go ahead and equip these weapons as your insured weapon slots, or while in game spin the mystery box or pick up a weapon off of a loot chest or off another teammate, and you can go ahead and use an SMG or Haymaker that way. In terms of what the mastery reward is, it is the animated Wriggler camo. It's a pretty nasty looking camo with animated worms all over it. Kind of eerie, in case you guys out there aren't a fan of bugs or insects. That's what this camo is, and I think it's a pretty cool reward though. I think I'm always a fan of seeing animated camos as a reward for doing a bunch of different challenges, and it's cool to switch it up a little bit. Instead of having an XP focused event this week, it's an actual challenge based one. But gameplay did surface of this camo already via Twitter. The usual data miners did force load it into their game, but you can officially unlock it beginning tomorrow. That is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the brand new Modern Warfare 3 event to close out Season 2? How are you feeling about the challenges in every single game mode, plus the camo unlock? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.